What up, you guys? CP All Access, baby. You know what it is, man. It's Friday. Been a good week. I've been pretty tired this week, but we've gotten all the work done, man. Things are clicking right along with this prep. Getting ready for the results of next week, man. I'm pretty excited to weigh in again tomorrow. I'm weighing in twice a week right now. Pretty excited, man. See where I'm landing at. Anyway, man, I hope everybody's had a fantastic week. I hope you guys got all the shit done that you wanted to get done. You didn't half step. For everybody out there that's decided to either recommit to a goal or found the courage to commit to a goal, something you've been wanting to do for a long time and got it started, that's all you got to do, man. Get started and see where the journey takes you, man. Because like I said before, my coach told me it's not about the result, baby. It's about the road to success, man. The road to greatness is where you're going to find all your rewards, man. It's where you're going to gain your wisdom, your knowledge, your strength, your understanding, all that stuff, man. You know what it is. Anyway, man, I just wanted to touch back on something that I mentioned a couple videos back. I told you guys that I'd gotten laid off from a job that I had, and I saw it coming. It wasn't an unfortunate thing. I've been a welder and a fitter for, I don't know, 12 plus years. And anyway, a lot of the times what you'll find is guys will take these temporary, called duration jobs, make a little bit of money, get laid off, take a little bit of a break. Usually, it's pretty typical to be able to get laid off from one and just, you already know kind of where you're going to go next and kind of parlay into the next one. And I thought that I'd had that mapped out. Unfortunately, it didn't play out that way, so I've been unemployed for almost a month now. So 3.5 weeks, things are starting to get a little bit scary, but I believe, you hear what I said? I believe that the things in my life that I plan to do and that I'm doing are realities. All I got to do is create the environment for which them to thrive in, man. And I do that. I live that every day. Yeah, I get apprehensive, I get nervous, I get frustrated, I get scared, you know. I deal with all the same basic emotions that everybody else does, man, but I don't let them control me. I wake up and I do the same things every day as if nothing has changed, and you'll see that that'll make a big difference in your life. And I carry myself with the confidence that it takes to qualify myself as the kind of man and person that not only deserves these chances, but I should be expected that I'm the kind of person that falls into the roles that I apply for. I'll give you a little quick story, and just I'm gonna say this first. Living that way, you know, use that fear in a positive way, you know, to keep me motivated and doing the things that I need to do every day, and I've been doing that, and it's gotten me to a situation now where I've got not one but two pretty decent job opportunities. And I've got until Monday to decide which one I want to go for. So I'm pretty excited about that, man. But with one of them, I'm going to let you know a little secret, man. And this is something that I touched on before about being true to yourself and honoring what you know and what you believe to be right and true and correct about being the kind of person that you are aspiring to be or that you already are. All right, so I got this job. Went and met with this guy yesterday. Supposed to be there at 10:30. I show up at 10:30. No question. I'm about 10 minutes early. I do all my, I fill out all my paperwork, and I wait around till about 11:45. Yeah, and that kind of frustrated me a little bit. Whatever, I let it go. People get busy, things happen. You got to understand that and consider those things when dealing with these kind of people. This guy's got to run a business. I understand that, I consider it, but you need to plan better. You know what I mean? Anyway, so there's that. He was late. I wasn't. I was told that I'd be working locally, about 10 minutes from my house, which is great for me, because I need to get a couple more paychecks under my belt, to make it a little easier to commute if I need to. But I was told yesterday that I would be commuting. No big deal. Okay, I can jump in the company truck and get paid for travel time. Okay, works for me. Gives me contact information for a couple of the guys that I'll be working with. Instructs me to contact them in the morning. I do. I get up, I'm ready to go. I can literally walk out the door in 5-10 minutes. I contact the first guy about an hour, a little over an hour before I'm scheduled to start work. He's already about 50 minutes away starting work. Had no idea that I was even scheduled to begin working with him today. Anyway, he tells me this. And I'm like, all right, cool. He tells me, contact this other guy. You got his number? Yeah, all right, cool. Hit that dude up. He tells me I'm about 2 minutes away from the job site, preparing to start work. Okay, so I'm like, all right, man, thank you. I'll contact the boss and see where we go from here. Initially, I was going to call him, but I had a few things that I wanted to say that I felt like I needed to say, and I needed to be able to do it in a way where I wasn't going to get bossed or ownered. Some people in these positions, they feel like they need you, or you need them more than they need you, which is completely incorrect. If it were the other way around, I mean, it is the other way around. If it were that way, you wouldn't have called me in the first place. The reason you called me is because you believe that I have the skill set to build the things for you that you can't do yourself. So you hire me to build them and install them. Okay, moving on. Anyway, so I said, well, what do? I don't want to text him. So I decided I'm going to email him. I write him an email. I'm not going to read you the email. I'm not going to go too far into depth. What I will say is basically, man, I just let him know I've been doing this a long time. I'm a professional in what I do. I'm good at what I do. I'm dependable. I'm competent. And I'll show up every day and give you an honest day's work. That's all I can tell you. Now, with that, you know, I laid out the things that had happened this morning and let him know that those kinds of things are unacceptable for me. I have a family, and at the latest, I need to know a day before. This last minute, oh, you got to commute an hour? I'm not about that life. I'm not about that life. That throws a monkey wrench in our whole system. So, at any rate, I let him know those things, and I told him, I said, pretty much, you know, I'm a professional at what I do, like I said, and these are the things that I need in order for me to work for you. And that was at about 7:30 this morning, and he emailed me back at about 12 o'clock, and he wants me to start on Monday. Now, the lesson here is, had I let fear rule my decisions, I would have said, you know, I'm not going to say nothing. I'm going to apologize, and I'm going to own these mistakes like they're my own. But I didn't make a mistake. I was ready per the instructions that I received, and those got changed at the last minute. That's not on me. That's on you. You need to be more professional. You need to plan better. And I let them know that. You know, had I not done that, I would have carried that resentment with me into the workplace. And then, knowing myself, it would have affected my craftsmanship. It would have affected my attitude. And I would have had a sour taste in my mouth. The dude already made me mad when he was over an hour late to my interview. You know what I mean? You made me mad before I even met you. You know, strike one. But anyway, I've decided that I'm going to live my life and carry myself in a way that commands respect. It commands respect. It doesn't matter if you don't know me. That doesn't matter to me. You know what I mean? I shouldn't have to start from a place that's behind the line with regards to getting respect from you. You understand what I'm saying? This is a professional relationship. You should treat it as such. And that's basically the sentiment that I gave him. And I still got the opportunity to take that job if I so choose. So, with that being said, the moral of the story is you've got to carry yourself and walk and behave and think in ways that qualify you as a competent, confident, respectable, honorable, dependable person, man. You have to do these things. You have got to do. You are compelled. If you want people to believe you and to take you seriously, you are compelled to behave in these ways. You understand what I'm saying? You have to behave this way. To not do so, you know, I could just be any green hand fresh off the, you know, tech school line, willing to take $14 an hour and deal with a bunch of crap that I don't need to. You know, I don't need to do that. You know, I found a job when I was looking for this one. You know what I mean? So that's what it is, man. And with that, I'm gonna get off that topic because you guys already heard enough about that. You understand what I'm talking about. I want to cover real quick about proving it. You know what I mean? I wanted to get on film and just really drive that home. I'm gonna hit you upside the head with this one because this is something that I really believe in, and I find it to be true in my life. You know, the old saying, I don't know if it's Confucius or if it was a proverb or whatever, who in the hell came up with it, but the person who says I can or I can't is right. You know what I'm saying? And that's a good segue into, you know, me saying, you know what I mean? If you feel like you can't do something, you got to get out and prove it. You know what I mean? So take that negative belief and qualify it. You got to be like, all right, man, why do I feel so negative about this situation? What real world experience do I have to base this belief on? You understand what I'm saying? Have I ever tried this before? No. And if you haven't, that is not enough. That is not a fucking enough to not get up off your ass and go give it a fucking shot. That is not enough. I don't want to hear it. No fucking excuses, baby. That's bullshit. You know what I mean? The first time before I ever did a squat, I'd never done it before. But did I do it? I fucking did it. You know what I'm saying? And you get better with practice. You know what I mean? These are principles that you've got to practice and hone. You're not going to be super confident fresh out the gate. You're going to stumble. You're going to slip. You're going to fall. Man, I'm a pretty confident person as I stand right now. And I'm getting better. I haven't even scratched the surface of my potential in this industry, you know, the fitness industry, or in my life, period. You know, I'm 37 years old. Some people might think of that as, man, you waited a long time to pull your head out your ass. You know what I mean? I don't know if I look at it that way. You know, maybe I wasn't ready. I wasn't ready. You know, I've always been a really smart person. I've been really intelligent pretty much my whole life. But I've also been very, very rebellious, and I had a lot of other issues that I needed to deal with. And now that I've come to a place in my life where some of them I was forced to deal with them, you know, and face them, and the other ones, I guess I was forced to face and deal with them all, because once I faced the ones that I was compelled to deal with, it turned me into a person that I couldn't turn my back on the other ones and not deal with them. I couldn't look myself in the mirror knowing that I'd ignored or neglected these other areas in my life that need improvement. But anyway, man, yeah, you've got to prove it. You've got to prove to yourself that you're worth it. You've got to believe. Man, I'm so confident right now. I feel like there's really nothing that's beyond the scope of my capability. With proper instruction, I've got that. I got everything else. I've got everything else. I've got the motivation. I've got the desire. I've got the willingness to learn. I'm teachable. And I'm fucking smart as shit. I'm fucking smart as shit. You know, that's not cocky. That's not arrogant. That's the truth. That's confidence. That's belief in myself. You understand what I'm saying? And from an outside perspective, like, I'm not living lavish. I'm not making a ton of money right now. I'm not making any money as we speak right now. But those aren't the real rewards in life. I can't even begin to tell you how happy and how free I am since I've decided to employ this way of thinking and embrace these principles that I live by right now. Do I make mistakes? Every motherfucking day. Every day. But they don't define who I am. I don't carry them with me in a negative sense. You know what I mean? If I encounter the same situation that I may have encountered yesterday, I handle it differently. I try my best, my level best, to do better and perform better in everything in my life on a day-to-day basis. Do I succeed at that every day? Fuck no. Like I said, I fail every day. Sometimes I fail harder than I have the previous day. And I'm going to let you in on a little secret. As humans, as people, as flawed creatures, You are going to continue to fail and make mistakes for the rest of your fucking life. Period. You gotta accept it. You gotta get over it. But the beauty of it is, they don't have to be, they become less and less and less severe. And if you look at those, not so much as a bad thing, but if you start, and you heard this before, and some of these cliches are corny, but if you start to look at those as points of correction, you're gonna start learning. Ain't that some shit? You're gonna start learning. And you know what? One of the most dangerous, get out of here, dog. One of the most dangerous men or women in the world. Now I don't mean dangerous like, oh, I'm gonna go fuck some shit up. I mean dangerous like you're about to kill it. One of the most dangerous men or women in this world are confident and informed. You understand what I'm saying? And what I mean by informed is someone who's taken the chance to learn from every single opportunity, you know, as they can. You understand what I'm saying? You're gonna fuck up, you're gonna fail, you know, your emotions are gonna get in the way, circumstances are gonna get in the way, all the typical normal life shit is still gonna happen. Life is still gonna happen, but you don't have to let that shit run your life. You don't. And I was having a conversation with my daughter last night. She's got some projects she's trying to get off the ground, and the way that I try to encourage her is to, like with you guys, man, just beat it upside your head until you get it, until you stop listening. It's up to you. It is up to you. Like, if you have an interest, learn about it. You understand what I'm saying? And pick a starting point and get started. You ain't gonna get anywhere if you don't get started. Anywhere. You're gonna stay exactly where you are. If you never start something, you're never gonna get anywhere. It's that simple. It sounds like I feel like everybody should know that. It should be common sense, but people are just like, I can't. I tried. And I've said this before, and you can disagree with me all you want. You know, it's another one of those cliches. You don't try to breathe. You just do it off the top without thinking about it. It just happens. And that's how you got to view your dreams and your goals. Like I said before, man, they're not possibilities. They're realities. You've got to create the environment for yourself, for your dreams to thrive in. You understand what I'm saying? They already exist. You know this because you may know someone who's living it. You may work for someone who's living it. You may look up to someone who's already living the dream that you have. You know it's a reality. Possibilities? Nah, that's bullshit. That's bullshit. Possibilities and trying, you know what I mean? Then this is just my opinion again, those statements to me are counterproductive because they imply that from the outset, you already have a reservation. You're already setting yourself up to make your first excuse. You're already saying, well, you know, I got it now. I don't have to be 100% accountable if this shit doesn't work out. Does that make sense? So I don't subscribe to it's possible. That kind of half-hearted fucking wishy-washy bullshit. It's possible. I'll try. No, fuck that. Do more, be more, period. You know, all the people that I look up to, they're active, man. You know, they're active. And I'm not saying or trying to imply that you're going to succeed at everything that you set out to do. That would be ridiculous. You know what I mean? But everything is a reality, and the only thing standing in your way between you and getting started on that process and realizing those dreams is you. You're your biggest obstacle. You understand what I'm saying? The winners in life understand that they're not always going to win. But like I said, you know, before, it's not in the end result. It's in the journey. That's what it's about. And that's why I'm so happy right now, because I'm living the way that I see my dreams allowing me to live, you know? And what I mean by that is, like, I'm carrying myself that way, I'm believing that way, I'm feeling that way every day, and I'm doing the activities every day. No, I ain't got a bunch of money, but I don't need it. I mean, I could use it, but I don't need it. You understand what I'm saying? I hope some of this is making sense to you guys, man. I really hope that it helps. And I really, 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 in my heart, hope that some of the passion that I feel about these topics, you know, and my goals, I hope that some of you share similar goals and you start to feel that little spark and you start to feel passion about similar goals, you know what I mean, or about life in general. And in closing, what I want to say is, and I've said it before, you've got to be passionate about your life. You got to be passionate about what you believe in. You got to be passionate about your dreams, your goals, and your hopes. And you got to go after that shit fucking aggressively, man. You know what I mean? You have to. Now, I'm not saying that you need to put people at risk, you know what I mean, while you're breaking the rules. But you got to think outside the box. You can't let people tell you that there's a set pattern and a set way that you have to do things to get where you want to go. That's bullshit. That's fucking bullshit. Don't subscribe to that shit. I don't. I can't afford to. One reason, my background and my history, like, it forbids me from doing that. You know, just on a business standpoint, I've got to get creative and find ways to get my foot in the door. You know, one of them I know is people have to meet me. If they review my application and they got my background history, it's getting filed in the round bin right away. Because there's no person there, there's no personality there. They might see a skill set, but they're looking at my rap sheet like, oh, no. We ain't letting this guy in the door. But they don't understand that I'm not that person. I'm not my mistakes. I don't live that way anymore. And I don't believe any of the things that I used to believe to be true. I used to believe that you had to be, you know, physical to command respect, and that you had to act and be a certain way for people to take you seriously, and that was like this tough guy role, and it's bullshit. It's bullshit. You know, real badass motherfuckers don't have to run around acting like badass motherfuckers. You know, the real badass motherfuckers, they mind their business, they stay humble, and they grind hard, man, and they get theirs. That's a real gangster. That's a real tough guy. That's a real tough girl. You know what I mean? All this, that doesn't qualify you for shit but a big mouth, in my opinion. But with that, I'm about to stop running my mouth. Hope you guys enjoyed this one. I'm about to change. Go hit the gym. It's leg day, baby. And man, stay positive and fucking prove it. Peace.